All right, so we live, efeezy. You know what I'm saying? We caught up. Culture Club Tours. You supporting home team. That's what's up. They can't say you ain't supporting now.
Nah, you can't say that.
You out here.
You never could say that.
Okay. I never did say that.
Never could say that.
Okay, so efeezy, let me ask you a question before we get started. Like, do you feel like the DJs have a responsibility to like curate the next sound of Miami by playing and selecting which local artist's music to play?
I think the sound's already been created. The new sound's already been created. I just think the older generation hasn't embraced the new sound that has already been curated by the younger artists of Miami, the younger artists of Dade, the younger artists of Broward. So, do I think DJs have something to do with it at this moment?
Well, responsibility. Any responsibility?
We don't have the our responsibility is to play records and make sure that the people digest it. But it's also the artist's responsibility to make sure that the people digest their shit too. So you gotta go out on that social media, you gotta go out to shit like the Culture Club and perform in front of everybody. I mean, you gotta do your job, we gotta do our job, and then once everybody does it collectively, like it's a collective effort in order to make shit break. And it's always been that way, and ain't never been no other way.
Do you feel like it's a disconnect between DJs and artists on how to like get your song the attention to make a DJ want to play it?
I don't think it's a disconnect between DJs and artists. I think it's a disconnect between artists when it's not them and the DJs. And that's the big difference. Like, it's a lot of champions that we have, but at the end of the day, if we support 5 artists and they blow up, then another 5 artists will be mad because it's not them. That's how I feel about it.
But you got to support those first 5 though.
You got to start somewhere.
So I think a lot of the artists want to be part of that first 5, and they're saying they're not getting that support from like the bigger DJs, like you guys seen attend on like the more national type artists.
I mean, I think we have national artists from Dade and Broward County. Period. I mean, if you looking correctly, I mean, I think it's probably 8 on the XXL freshman list. We had 4 from Dade and Broward. So you had Pump, you had Smoke Perp, you had Wi-Fi Funeral, you had Slump God, Ski Mask Slump God, and then the year before we had 3. We had XX, Kodak, and Denzel Kirk.
But what do you got to say to the people that say, yeah, but efeezy, like, we're not responsible for any of those. We want one of our guys.
That is one of y'all guys. they from Broward and Dade County. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just not, like I said, it's not who they want.
It's not who they want. Okay.
But it's there. Period, point blank. We got, I believe, me personally, between Dade and Broward County, we got the most rappers coming out of one area.
So basically, you fine with the way everything is right now. So is that kind of what you're saying? Are you fine with the way things are?
I'm fine with the way things are. I think that if y'all are not fine with the way things are, then y'all need to go ahead and make a change. So
the artist, you mean?
Right. Don't blame it on, across the bridge or this bridge or that bridge. Like, y'all just, everybody come through and mob out. And then, I have my own artists too, so I know that it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know the struggle. People probably think it's easier for me because I'm a DJ, but some DJs don't play my artist records. And then I have to be there, just like y'all got to be there in front of DJs' faces. I got to figure out this internet shit, just like y'all got to figure out this internet shit. So we all on the same grind. I mean, my artists are from Dade and Broward, so it's like I want them to win. But if they don't win, then I want somebody else to win. So
you feel like the artists, the complaints are not warranted? Like they just whining and they need to work harder?
I think that everybody in any craft that you do, you have to put 110,000, 10%. Like, don't be afraid to put your money where your mouth is. So if you believe in your artistry as an artist or as a worker or whomever, just make sure you put every penny and every dime behind and stand behind your name and stand behind your brand. Do I think that people are whining about it? No. I just think that at the end of the day, we will find another champion. We find some every year.
Right.
So
who's the champion right now?
Now you about to put me in the
Well, I mean, you said we find the champion. Who's the champion right now?
I think we got a lot of champions.
Oh, hell no.
I say that I feel is number 1 from Miami-Dade County, Ball Greasy.
Ball Greasy is the champion right now?
He's the champion right now. Just came off a number 1 record. Has other records that's in the can that's been playing, that's been moving. He sells out his shows. He does shows, whether it be 500 or 5,000. It is what it is. I mean, and if you want to go to another level, the City Girls, they do their thing. and they keep it moving. I like Bruno Mali. I think he's dope. I like Ocho Sneak. I like Frank Castle. I think Frank Castle's dope. I like Belly. I like a lot of people. I think a lot of people are dope. Everybody's just got their lane. And Denzel Curry, I think the album that he just came out with, Zoo, I think that's a hell of an album. I think that is Miami's, I guess you could say, Astro World, because you can learn a lot about Carroll City and Dade County in Miami, where he's from, off of this new album alone, from language to history to everything. So I think Denzel, he got a piece of the city on his back too. Don't at me.
All right, well that's it. DJ Efeezy,
You know what it is. Don't start no shit with this video, man. No, I'm just playing. Nah, post
this
this.
is what it is, man.
We'll catch a vibe.
We
I
just
said
want
it.
people to understand what's happening. So if you complaining,
Hey.
it might be a misunderstanding.
Nah, I said what I said, and I stand behind what I said.
So last question before I cut the tape. Now the radio vibes that we have going on, like artists feel like they're not getting access to radio because I made that post about which station is supporting artists more. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people felt like 103 had a little more of a better support system. I can name a few reasons why they feel that, but do you have any kind of input on that?
Technically,
I know radio shit is like real political and people don't like to speak on it, but
you need to do what's good for you, regardless of it's 99 Jams or 103.5 The Beat. Matter of fact, y'all don't even need to come to them first.
Right.
Because once you put out a record, your record has a time limit on it, right? So in Miami is market 11, 12, it varies year by year. So what you really want to do, and this is free game, is you want to go to the smaller markets, grow your records up first, and then you want to come to the top markets like Miami and then move up.
So artists kind of need to understand that they kind of like almost at a disadvantage because they live in that bigger market, which kind of like is a little harder to get on regardless of who you are.
No matter where you live at, everybody starts from the smaller markets and go up. Just because you live in New York don't mean you're going to start in New York. Not necessarily. Just because you live in LA doesn't mean you're going to start in LA necessarily. And even if you do live in LA and New York and you start over there, that's a small percentage of people who actually do it, just like it's a small percentage of people who actually start in Miami. But for me, I would rather get my records done in smaller markets first and then move up, because once you start to get to those top 15 type of markets, then that's when you don't want the other people around the country to look at what they call media base and see that since Miami's probably been playing your records for 6 months, it's going down in spins, and yet other markets is trying to pick it up so it can go up. So you want to just kind of keep an even playing field on that. Now that's free game.
Free game. Yeah.